few days ago, I was streaming and someone in my chat told me about this Guild Wars 2 content creator that only shit on the game. He only made videos talking about how bad Guild Wars 2 is. And I found this kind of interesting, but I didn't really pay that much attention to it. But I did get recommended one of his videos a few days ago, and I did see it, and I did not know the insane rabbit hole I was getting into while I was doing that. And in this video, we're gonna get a little bit of that explained to you and shown to you. Subscribe to the channel for more content to this on my Ko-Fi if you want to support me, and let's get into it. So what is this YouTube channel? It's called Lion Meows, and I remember back in the day seeing a few of his videos talking about how he's getting into Guild Wars 2 and he's really liking it. And he did have his criticisms over the game, and I think that's fine. But eventually I got into his channel and I saw that every one of his videos, or most of them at least, were just complete rage baity, super like negative videos. Like and I really find it also very funny how every one of the thumbnails are just AI elves or biking girls. Okay, it's very funny. But look at these videos. Like, Guild Wars 2 potential grows hugely. Guild Wars 2 is on life support. Guild Wars 2 players wants me euthanized. Okay, that's honestly another go. I did see that video, and honestly, guys, regardless of how unhinged this guy is, you shouldn't be selling them to like kill themselves or anything like that. I think that's completely over the line. It's just a video game. Don't do that. Okay, that's fucked up. ArenaNet doesn't care about Guild Wars 2 veterans. Guild Wars 3 is a lie. Is Guild Wars 2 dead? I was fooled by Guild Wars 2. 4 steps to quitting Guild Wars 2. The Guild Wars 2 cult is powerful. I will fight all of my Guild Wars 2 haters. There's a lot of there's a lot of rage here. And if you go into any of these videos, right, you can see that every one of them, even though he has like 2K views, look at that. 83 dislikes to 30 likes. And sometimes, that can happen, but literally every one of these videos is like this. And, everyone in the comments like almost like calling him out and everything. But I do think it is not good that he essentially is spreading misinformation, right? Because that's what it essentially is. He's telling ArenaNet that they're liars, that they don't care about the game, that the Guild Wars 2 is bad for, and he never explains why it's bad, to be honest. He just continuously do this forever, right? And with no actual arguments. And I found that very, very, I don't think it's a good thing. That's honestly the biggest reason why I'm making this video, because, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bad channel or whatever, but does it really matter that much? I wouldn't care that much. But yeah, I don't think it's a good thing, right? And I think it needs to be called out, specifically when someone is like literally lying about a video game that we do enjoy, right? And it has criticisms, and there's some bad things about this game, but if they exist, you should call them out instead of just not explaining them at all and just rambling for 30 minutes each time you make a video, right? Like, it's, yeah. Also, he made a video about me. Well, he kind of did. He actually deleted it, like today, I guess. But look at this. I reacted that to yesterday. And you can see that he made a video about, about talking about random stuff while he had me on the background for the whole duration of it. Sadly, we cannot actually look into this video because he deleted it. The good thing is I did keep a little bit of it because I couldn't actually react to the whole thing. It was super weird. But yeah, I mean, it does exist in some sort of form anymore. And honestly, the fact that it's unavailable and it's private, it really, it kind of tells me a little bit of what's actually happening. But yeah, I don't think it's good that the whole content and people are getting essentially baited into watching his content because they're mad and trying to like correct them where he's wrong. So instead, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna show a few of the things that he has said that are completely and utterly wrong, and why they're wrong. And so you understand that there's no real reason to actually believe anything that this guy says.
Because today was the first official day that I got called a Guild Wars 2 hater on my stream. On a stream we were doing a share stream. And it was actually on their stream. And I thought to myself, I would really like a good cry, a margarita, and a blankie. But unfortunately, I was live and I had to struggle through it. I decided to let out all my feelings in a video.
So essentially, he says that, you know, he got into a stream and they call him a hater. Now, the problem with this video overall is that we don't know what the stream was. We don't know what the context was. We have no idea what he was said, and he doesn't talk about it either in the video. So it's very hard to tell whether he's, you know, being reasonable or the person he was talking to was reasonable. We have no idea.
Game the way it was meant to be played, however you want. You paid for it. Do what you want. If you don't like it, get good. Just because I provide feedback, and just because find more and more flaws with the game, you know these flaws but pretend not to know them, doesn't make...
Which ones? Which are these flaws that we're pretending to not know? Maybe we just disagree and we actually like the game and you just don't like it. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you're right about the game being bad.
Hater. It makes me somebody that provided feedback.
It would be feedback if there's some sort of criticism. Just saying, I hate this, it's not feedback. It's just a feeling. And it's not constructive at all.
Style may be a little, you know, whatever, but I didn't call any of y'all out. I didn't put any of y'all down directly.
Directly? So you have been putting people down? Because I've seen some of the videos and he always talks about these other people that have, oh my God, they love the game so much, but actually they hate it and they're bad streamers and all this other stuff. Why don't you just do it directly? Why don't you just, and we'll get, you know, we'll see those clips later. Why don't you just do that? Why hiding it? You know, I'm, you know, watching your videos because I don't think they're very, you know, I guess they're kind of funny, but that's, you know, I don't think you have actual, you know, content inside of them.
I'm just trying to make a game that is blatantly ignored by its development company. Hopefully, because it's, you know, there's so many flaws with it. The more you play it, the more...
Which ones?
It's just, you see the lack of developer care.
Where?
That doesn't make me a hater. If that makes me a hater, then why are you wearing a different outfit from me? Why does your bedroom look different than mine? Why do you not have all the same posters in the exact same position as me? We are all different. We are allowed to have different opinions. And in a planet full of 7 billion people, how did you expect everybody to agree with all of your values, morals, thoughts, wants, desires?
We're not saying that we should have the same ideas, but if you have an idea that is different to mine, you should explain it. You shouldn't be just like, this game sucks. And I'm like, oh, why? And you say nothing, right? Well, because I hate it. That's why. That doesn't make any sense. It's just, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, right? And honestly, he just rambles for the rest of the video talking about the same things and how, you know, just because he hates the game, it doesn't mean like he's a hater. Well, also, honestly, if you are actually not going to give any actual criticisms to the game and call the company, you know, a bad company and that they have no care about the game, I would categorize you as a hater. It would be different if you actually had some arguments behind it, but because you don't, yes, until you have them, I will categorize you as a hater. Now, this is also a very interesting video. Banned. This is a reaction video to another very sus, honestly, YouTube channel, but okay, about someone who apparently got banned from Guild Wars 2 for saying the truth or something. I don't think they even explain why they got banned in the video and in the video they're reacting or in this video either, but okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Breaking news today. As you know, yesterday we did reaction video to Nade Up's Guild Wars 2 sucks, and I thought it was hilarious. Oh man, good roasting. You know, if I'm a fan of the game, I'm not a fan of the game, it doesn't bother me. You know, it's not part of my identity. I don't care. You can make fun of Guild Wars 2. You can make fun of WoW. You can make fun of any game I play. I don't care. But the Guild Wars 2
that's fair, sure,
came out in force. As you know,
the cold members.
Guild Wars 2 cult doesn't like anybody making fun of their game, making fun of their game, making fun of their game. Not ever. That's the number one rule. Don't talk bad about Guild Wars. That's the number one rule in Guild Wars. Don't talk bad about Guild Wars 2.
Maybe in certain circles, but honestly, bro, you go to I don't know, most of the streamers, you know, the big streamer. I mean, fuck, Teapot's chat is always shitting on the game. My chat is also sometimes shitting on the game. You can go in many places into the small streamers, and everyone's just, you know, the game sucks, Arena sucks, fuck Arena, fuck Guild Wars 2, they ruined the game, blah blah blah. They're always doing this. So I'm not sure where this whole, even the Reddit gets, you know, they shit on the game a lot of times, and they literally, everyone gets upvoted over it, right? I don't think this is one of those games where that actually happens that much. It sometimes happens. There are certain like circles where if you criticize the game at all, people get mad at you. But honestly, that happens in every MMO anyways, in every game whatsoever. Like, I don't think this is, you know, just the same thing for Guild Wars 2, right? It happens everywhere.
Well, this guy talked bad about Guild Wars 2, or what us normal, decent, creative human beings that work in creative industry like to call feedback or critique.
I don't think that's the case, but sure.
And it's no big deal. And we make improvements, but not ArenaNet. The soft, little, weak, passive-aggressive cowards.
Passive-aggressive?
Can't talk to anybody face to face. They can't take criticism. They can't take feedback. Hell, they can't even work on their own fucking game. And here they are banning people for the truth.
What? Okay. As I said before, you can watch this entire video, okay? And whether is the nade up Arena banned me from Guild Wars 2 or this video in particular from Lion Mouse, you will not know why they got banned. I don't know why they think that they got banned is because they're, you know, criticizing the game. That's the reason why they got banned. I don't think there's any proof of that. Maybe there is. Maybe it did happen somehow. But if there was, we would, you know, look, fuck. I would make a video like someone criticizing the game and they get banned for it. Holy fuck, there'll be huge drama. Everybody would know about it. Everyone would know about it. Are you crazy? Of course they would. But it obviously isn't the case because you have no actual what's the word? Evidence, and you don't show it. At the end of the day, if you had any evidence, you would. It's your video. You definitely would. Why wouldn't you? It would be insane drama. It would be great for your channel. It's just, yeah, of course.
They're trying to make me go away. But I know you love these videos because why?
I do love these videos.
Telling the truth about this game. And guess what? I'm the best thing in this game. I'm the best thing in this game right now. People are talking about this game. People are getting mad about this game. Hell, I'm making this game relevant again. And I've even brought people to this game. So we don't get pushed away into nothingness. Anyways, we're back. And we're going to watch ArenaNet.
I don't really know why he says that he's getting like silence or whatever. None of all of his videos are there on YouTube. You can see them. Nobody is preventing you to, you know, to watch your videos. Everyone can do it. Just because some people don't like them and dislike what you're doing or are commenting in your videos that you are wrong about what you're saying doesn't mean that you're being silenced. It means that you have a bad video. That's it. Okay?
Just look at it as it is. And don't lie to yourself. Be fruitful and multiply. Just look at the streamers. Sometimes I look at them and it's sickening how bored they look. And they even convince themselves that they're having fun doing.
Here's something I know. Like, most Guild Wars 2 streamers are absolutely dog shit at streaming. They're playing a game that they don't even want to play. You look at it. Look at some of the top streamers. They ain't even streaming this game hardly anymore. And the only reason they start streaming again is because my videos are getting popular and they need to correct the narrative because theirs aren't. That's a little egotistical, isn't it? But it's the truth. I'm causing a little bit of outrage in Guild Wars 2, and they're trying to combat it. No, I don't think I'm that important. That's not why. I just wanted to give you a little shit show. Anyways, no, it is why. I'm just lying. I'm just trying not to sound like a prick. But I'm right. Anyways, here we go.
So, I don't even know what happened there, bro. Like, I mean, you can not like certain streamers, but that doesn't mean that they're not liking the game. Maybe they're just not that interesting, right? It could be that they're just chilling and playing the game. Like, I don't know why there's like, this both YouTubers are like obsessed with, oh, well, if they say they like the game, it's because they're just lying to their audience, because maybe they just like it and you know, like something that you don't. What about that? Like, it could just completely be that. I don't see why there's anything else to it, right?
Deeper I dig on Guild Wars 2, the more I find. And here's the thing, right? Here's the reason why I don't worry. Here's about myself or being canceled. Here's something I know. We have all fucked up. We have all made giant ass mistakes. We have all lied. We have all hurt others. We have all broken people's trusts. We have failed ourselves. We have failed our family. We have failed our
I don't even
siblings.
know.
We have
I don't know what? Like, the more I dig, the more I find. What are you finding? Why are you rambling about this other completely different thing? What did you find? What is wrong about the game? What did Ain't do? Why did they get banned? I have no idea. Like, I still don't know in this whole video. I have no fucking idea why this person got banned. Why they, supposedly, got silenced by ArenaNet. I have no idea.
okay, because I messed up. And I can admit it. And when I admit it, it frees me. And I am not my past mistakes, but I am a collection of rebounding
that is,
from
I guess,
my failures.
Sure.
And I sit right here, right now, as a failure in the making.
It's fine.
But ArenaNet tries so hard to admit nothing. They try so hard to cover up their mistakes. They try everything. Look perfect. And when you look perfect and you don't admit to your mistakes, that's when people come after you. And that's when you can be canceled. And I'm not here to cancel ArenaNet. I'm just here to hold their feet to the fire because they're full of shit, they're liars, and they don't like their game.
Even ArenaNet doesn't like their game, and they're liars. When did they lie? Where? When? What did they say that is a lie? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why you're saying this when you have no evidence of anything. Again, there are things that ArenaNet has said and done, right, that have been a bit sus, right? They have been like, well, fuck, they lied about fucking alliances, right? Like, they didn't tell us that it was cancelled, for example. That is a good example of them lying, right? What about the fact that they were doing Guild Wars 3, right, and thinking about it, while they were saying at the same time that Guild Wars 3 is going to be the main focus forever, essentially. Yeah, you could argue that that's kind of like a lie, but you're not giving any of those examples, and honestly, even those examples are kind of weak because they're not the same. Some people did lie, but they're kind of the company. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense, right? But you're not making the argument. I'm making the argument for you.
And they're taking your money and giving you the big fuck you. Now, if you like getting bent over in life and you like taking it, even when you don't want to, you might find yourself in the Guild Wars 2 cult. Okay. Now I'm telling you. You say, "Oh, you calling it a cult?" Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, let's go to the next time sub.
I would love to name some of these people that have talked some mad shit to me.
Okay. Do it.
But that will accomplish nothing, and it will make me look like a fucking loser if I make an exposure video.
If you are indeed right, and people have been unfair to you, why wouldn't you call them out? Why wouldn't you just do it? What's the problem there? You're right, right? So why are you hiding yourself? Oh, well, I don't want to tell them. I don't want to say who it is that has made fun of me. No. If they've fucking been assholes to you, fucking tell them. All right? Why are you like, oh, well, these people in Guild Wars 2 community, they hate me, and I'm telling the truth, and they're canceling me, and they're, and they're canceling them, and they're banning this other guy for speaking the truth. Who are these people? Who are they? Where have you shown? When did ArenaNet do this? When did other creators do this? Please tell us. I want to know. I think we all want to know. But there is nothing. It is all fan fiction in this guy's mind.
Because only losers make exposure videos because they're insecure and they got to put their shit on somebody else to distract from their shit. Well,
aren't you doing that to Guild Wars 2 though, a little bit? And to ArenaNet though? Aren't you kind of doing that? Are you like kind of shitting on them even though you have no idea what you're talking about?
My shit's all out in the open, motherfuckers. I'm a piece of shit. I'm not the greatest person and I have failed. But as a failure that's paid for a game, this one, Guild Wars 2, I have the right to give feedback.
Yeah, but you're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You have not given any feedback right now.
Armor. Yeah, armor doesn't matter in this game. I have never played a game where armor has no effect whatsoever. And if you think it does, you're bad at this game.
Armor doesn't matter in Guild Wars 2? honestly one of the MMOs where armor matters probably the most, not in a vertical sense, but in a horizontal sense, where if you get the wrong stats, you will do literally nothing in your content. Are you serious? Are you sure about that one, dude?
Expanded weapon proficiencies. I think that's like the only real update is you get some new weapons, but like that only really matters for world versus world and PvP because they're the only ones that are gonna like maximize it and figure out how to use it. Everybody else is gonna equip something and post a picture of their character on their Instagram, and that's the extent they're gonna learn about it.
Wait, what do you mean? Sarah CM was on this update. Don't you think that you would want to min-max those things for that kind of encounter, the hardest encounter Guild has ever had that can be compared to, fights in WoW in the mythic level? You don't think people would try and min-max those things into CM? To be fair, it didn't really work out because most of the weapons don't really work very well for CM. I did remember specifically some people using, and actually my team did try and use the swords on Necro for Scourge just for mobility, but it didn't end up going very well. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's World War and PP. Just because you like them doesn't really mean that it's, it's irrelevant, right? That's just not the case, right? We have another video, and this is, well, honestly, this is just for a huge, this is a video that I'm not gonna react to because it's too unhinged. Okay, it's just 6 minutes of this guy telling you in a very weird way to quit Guild Wars 2. Not really with a lot of arguments, but look, I'm just gonna give a few seconds of it just so I understand the vibe. But it's just 6 minutes of this.
Now, the next steps may be a little bit scary, but trust me, they are necessary to get you over the hump and leave Guild Wars 2 forever. Step 1.
Okay.
Step 1. This is very important.
All right.
I'm going to need you to go into your control panel right now.
Okay.
What's it? Okay, I'm going to need you to uninstall the game.
Okay.
Just find wherever it is that says uninstall and do it right now. Yep.
Okay.
The big button. The big red button.
I'm
Click
going
it.
in. I'm going to click it.
Look, don't argue with me.
Okay.
I know. It's better over here.
You know what's better for me. You know me personally. Yes? Okay.
There's fashion outside of Guild Wars 2. Have you ever seen Fashion Week in New York? If I
you get the drill. Okay, it's 6 minutes of this. So, to be fair, I would say it's a very funny video. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it a like because it's a pretty funny video. Okay. This guy, look, I'm just gonna say right here, if he is doing this on purpose, he's a fucking genius because holy fuck, this is just god tier content, okay? Like, it is completely just, I would watch this video every day. I would. It's just too good. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but Nike has made a little bit of this guy. You know Nike, this guy here. He's been playing the game for a long time. He's a content creator in the game, and he's a bit of a what's the word? Controversial figure. He kind of likes joking around, saying things that are very strong to make people mad at them, of course. And I like him. I think he's pretty funny. But a lot of people don't like him. So for April 1st, he had the great idea to tweet that he would, he was hired for being the community manager of Guild Wars 2. And he has been, doing that joke for the past week or so. And some people still believe that he actually is. It actually, the first day I was like, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, he obviously is joking around it. And I guess, this guy did not realize this, because in this video he kind of he just literally made this video to shit on the fact that this guy is the community manager when it's obviously a joke.
I'm gonna be mad.
I go back to what I say earlier. Those people don't matter because it's 10,000 of them who are mad.
He's talking about here, guys. He's talking about the veterans versus the new players.
Versus the million new players who are going to be coming in and don't give a shit. And the million new players have millions of more dollars that they're willing to spend.
Yeah.
So later, old people that don't want to jump on the bandwagon, see ya. Take
First off,
it easy.
take it easy. That's what he said. So first off, I just want to point out, if you work in marketing, my friend, I just want to put a hand out for the veterans that kept this game alive. Like, I may not like your game, but more power to you. It's all those people that don't matter, ArenaNet, that kept your bad game alive. All those veterans that spend in the cash shop. And here we go, a little marketing 101, because this community manager obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me tell you something. In marketing, you have returning customers and you have new customers. Do you want to guess which customer is more expensive? New customers. Why is that? Because they're new and you have to convince them. Do you want to know how many times you have to reach out to them to get them to make a purchase? 4 to 6 times. So you have to make 4 to 6 individual contacts with each customer before they make a purchase. Do you know?
Yeah, maybe, but this is not applied to games, right? New players are going to be way more profitable in any video game because they have more things to purchase. Veterans don't purchase as much because they already did it. You already got their money. Most veteran players also don't even purchase as much because they have a lot of knowledge about the game. They don't have to buy gold. They don't have to buy gems. They don't have to buy anything. They can just transform gold into gems and just do it that way. New players are way more profitable for ArenaNet, right? This is why Secrecy Obscure was a very, new player-centric expansion. Of course, veterans are important to keep your game alive because veterans will be the most passionate about the game and the ones that are going to recommend it the most. But new players are definitely more profitable in MMORPGs.
Know how many people and the new customers actually purchase? Less than 2%. Less than 2% of those millions of customers are actually going to purchase. Do you want to know?
Now, for the next point, this is also very interesting. He says that new players
Nobody
don't like the
else is.
game.
The new players leave. You barely bring in any new players. Maybe during Christmas and a Steam sale, but after that, they all leave. You want to know why I know that?
Well, isn't that, though, an argument that they all leave? That, new players are what you should focus on because this game doesn't, retain players as much. So new players come in, they spend the money, and then they leave. Isn't that a good thing, though? I mean, of course you want veterans, but doesn't go against your particular point?
Let's go to Guild Wars 2. This is somebody you should make an ArenaNet partner, by the way. Let's go to Guild Wars 2. Right now, 653 players are playing this. Y'all need to hire some ArenaNet partners and fire the other ones because they ain't doing their job. So all of these games I'm going to show you are considered pretty dead, lacking, except for World of Warcraft.
Okay.
So Guild Wars 2 is definitely a dead game. Lost Ark's a dead game too, 3.8k viewers. As a dead game, it still has 3,000. Elder Scrolls, dead game, 3.4k viewers. World of Warcraft, not dead game, 40.3. Back to Guild Wars 2, 653. What are we doing here, man? What are we...
Now, to be fair, and honestly, this specific moment and him not knowing that that Nike is not indeed the community manager makes me think that he's not a troll. Because if you were a troll, you would lean into it, you made a bit of a joke about it. But here, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Everybody knows it's a joke, and the fact that you don't know this, it makes it pretty obvious to me that not only you don't know what you're talking about, but also you don't really put any effort into actually, knowing what you're talking about. You don't make any research. You don't search around on what type of game this is, what actual content there is in it, and what the situation on the community is. So, yeah. Guild Wars 2's category not being big definitely kind of sucks, right? Doesn't mean the game is dead. Not really. There's a lot of games. Okay, there's a lot of games that are very alive on Twitch, but they don't have that many viewers, right? Warframe being one of them. That's one of the biggest games in Steam, and doesn't really have a lot of viewers, honestly. And the game has been going on for a while. What does it even mean to be a dead game, anyways? What is your, well, I guess now we have good amount. I guess they have drops. Usually they are around like 2k to 3k, more or less, with the same we get on Guild Wars 2. But I mean, I guess now we have a lot of people, right? But the truth is, what even is at that game? Is at that game a game that doesn't have any Twitch viewers, right? Why is this guy considering WoW not dead and ESO and Lost Ark and these other games dead? For what reasoning? What is your reasoning behind this? As long as, you know, they keep being developed, does it really matter at all? I don't think so. What about the YouTube views? What about Reddit, posts? What about Reddit users? Does these things not matter? Is Twitch viewers the only thing that matters? I don't think so. I'm sorry, but I don't think so. I think it's a very, very, weird way and very reductive way of watching and thinking about a game and how, healthy it is.
Here, obviously, you need a new community manager because he ain't doing his job either. But he's super excited to shit on you, veteran players.
And of course, he sadly, he doesn't know that Nike is not the community manager. Unlucky. It is what it is. And honestly, this specific moment and him not knowing that that Nike is not indeed the community manager makes me think that he's not a troll. Because if you were a troll, you would lean into it. You made a bit of a joke about it. But here, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Everybody knows it's a joke. And the fact that you don't know this, it makes it pretty obvious to me that not only you don't know what you're talking about, but also you don't really put any effort into actually, knowing what you're talking about. You don't make any research. You don't search around on what type of game this is, what actual content there is in it, and what the situation on the community is. So, yeah. I actually don't hate this guy. I don't think he's like a horrible person. I don't think you should go into his channel and shit on him or whatever. At the end of the day, he can do whatever he wants. I don't think he's doing like that amount of I don't think he's like doing exactly anything bad. I do think his comments sometimes are a bit unhinged. I think because a lot of the people in his comments are just people that they don't like Guild Wars 2, and they're just in this perpetual circle of I hate Guild Wars 2 and I wish it was different, and they still consume Guild Wars 2 content and of course this person's content, and there's shit and they're just kind of sad, right? And if you don't like the game, I think it's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The game is not perfect and it's not for everyone, right? But if you don't, just go play something else. Go play something else that you enjoy, right? There's nothing else to it. Like, just do that and you'll be happy, you'll be fine, and make content about a game that you actually enjoy. I think, you do have he does have a cool personality. I think he can talk about things. He kind of a funny personality. He 100% could just make content for a video that for a game that he actually enjoys and probably would do pretty well. I just don't see, okay, to be fair, as I said before, if he's actually a character and he's trolling, I think he should continue because this is insanely good content. Okay, this is super funny. But if you're not, I would probably tell you to probably leave, right? Because, well, what's the point in keep in hating on this game where you don't even enjoy it, spending all your time in doing this? I don't really see the point. I really don't. I don't think it's worth it, and I don't think the community that you're fostering is gonna be a community that likes you, but a community that hates something else. And I don't think that is a good for them. I don't think that is good for you either. But tell me in the comments down below if you agree with me. Tell me if you think I was wrong about anything here. Tell me if you think that you like this guy. Tell me if you think he's trolling. Okay, maybe you do think he's trolling or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you guys, and I love you all. Bye bye.